Do you also think GPS satellites are watching us from space? If you do, you are not alone. Millions of people believe that's exactly how GPS works. But the truth is far more interesting. So here's the real question. If GPS satellites aren't watching us, how does your phone know exactly where you are? To answer that, we first need to understand what a GPS satellite actually does. Contrary to what most people believe, GPS satellites do not locate your phone. They don't track you. They don't take a picture of you. In fact, they don't even know that you exist. Instead, every GPS satellite continuously broadcasts the same simple message over and over again. That message contains only two pieces of information. First, the satellite's exact position in space, and second, the exact time the signal was transmitted. That's it. When your phone receives this signal, it compares the transmission time with the arrival time. Since GPS signals travel at the speed of light, your phone can calculate how far the signal has traveled. And that tells it one thing, its distance from that satellite. But knowing one distance isn't enough. Imagine you are exactly 20,000 kilometers away from a single satellite. Where could you be? The answer is anywhere on the surface of an imaginary sphere with a radius of 20,000 kilometers. So one satellite doesn't tell you your location. It only tells you you are somewhere on this giant blue sphere. Now, a second satellite joins the calculation. Your phone measures another distance. Now, your position must be somewhere along the circle where the two spheres intersect. That's much better, but it's still not one exact location. Then, a third satellite joins in. Now, only two possible points remain. One of those points is usually impossible. It might be far above the Earth or even inside the Earth. So, the other point must be your real location. At this point, you might be thinking, so that's it. 3 satellites are enough, almost. But there's one huge problem. Everything you've seen so far depends on one thing. Time. GPS satellites carry incredibly accurate atomic clocks. Your phone doesn't. Even a tiny timing error can completely ruin the calculation. Let's see how small. If your phone's clock is off by just 1/1,000,000th of a second, a GPS signal traveling at the speed of light would cover about 300 meters during that time. That means your calculated position could be off by an entire city block, just because your clock was wrong by a millionth of a second. So how does GPS solve this problem? This is where the fourth satellites come in. Most people think the fourth satellite is there to improve your position, but that's not actually its main job. Its real job is to help your phone figure out how wrong its own clock is. With signals from four satellites, your phone solves two problems at the same time. Where am I? And how far off is my clock? Once both answers are known, your exact position can finally be calculated. Now, let's go back to the question we started with. Are GPS satellites watching us from space? No, they're much more like a radio station. A radio station simply broadcasts a signal. It has no idea who's listening. GPS satellites work exactly the same way. They continuously broadcast signals. Your phone listens, performs the math, and figure out where it is. So the next time you open Google Maps and see that little blue dot, remember, no satellite ever saw you. No satellite was tracking you. Your phone figured out its own location using nothing more than a few radio signals, incredibly precise timing, and some brilliant mathematics.